Today I'm going to do a mini introduction to the JVC 9475 LS stereo cassette recorder Boombox, which is supposedly, according to the internet, came out in 1975. That could be about right. And here's a sound on for a second. You really can't tell how it sounds over the internet. So it's actually a pretty small size boombox, about around, I think it's around right over 40 centimeters wide and almost 23 centimeters high and almost 11 centimeters deep. And that's about 16 inches wide, 9 inches high, and about a little bit under 4.5 inches deep. It's got dual antennas, which is actually a pretty handy feature. I always like. I can go out a good ways more than this. I really don't like the boom boxes with the single antennas, but I guess that's a matter of preferences. As far as anything special about this unit is concerned, supposedly it has. I worked on it, but I didn't work on the cassette mechanism. I think it just has basically, it's like a dual speaker, which is actually two speakers in one. There's going to be a larger cone and then a smaller cone, which if you do it this way, it saves space. So you can make basically a smaller boombox. But also, as far as I remember, they used to do it also like to save money too. They save the manufacturer's money, of course. Also, it supposedly puts out 5 watts RMS. That is total. So that would be 2.5 watts per channel RMS. Which could be, because when I was working on it earlier, actually I think it even has transistors under there. I'm not 100% sure though, because I didn't really take a close look, which would make it kind of unusual if that is the case, because a lot of these units, they actually came out with ICs, so I'm not 100% sure. And of course it's got your usual bands on here. I don't even know what it has. Basically FM shortwave, the middle wave, which is the AM, and the long waves. Nowadays you really only use the FM. The cassette, there's no actual damping. I mean, if you eject, it just pops out, and you can use it in normal or chrome tape. It has the dual analog here, the dual analog meters, which I like, which can either be used to do tuning, or you can use them for recording, playback, and also it can also be used as a signal strength meter. I'm going to see if I can't take a little closer look at that here. So here you can see the meters now used in the, this is the playback. If you use them in the playback mode, and tilt it. Yeah, right, you can also use them for recording, which I'm not going to go ahead and record right now. And also you can use it here. If you see here, you can use it as a tuning meter. Do you see this right meter? See how that's deflected? Now I'm going off channel. That's basically what that does. Now I'm going onto the frequency again, onto the station. So off there. And as far as the controls are concerned, we've got your volume, you've got your tone. That's of course your basically lows and highs. It's got a balance control. Let me get back on that station. Also, of course, you got your, here this is for recording. You can either, I think you can either go ahead and, what it does, it has basically automatic level record. It sets it for you in the beat cut. I think that, of course, that had something to do with AM interference. It's got another special feature it's got on here. It has a stereo wide feature, but I've actually seen it on a lot of units. Stereo mono. Here's your chrome normal. It's got piano type keys, which I actually like. Pause, eject, and right over here it's got your function switch, which is tape, radio on, and here you're basically your band selector. It's got one full-size headphone input, counter, well, that's actually standard. It's got two, here it's got two microphones, one on the left, one on the right. Your tuning knob here is here on the side, and it's also got a standard LED as a stereo indicator. As far as the inputs are concerned, if you buy one of these, you have to be aware that it has no phono input, and there's no line in nor line out, which I don't know with JVC if they're higher, if they're more top of the line models have that. You can hook up external loudspeakers, microphone inputs, and you've got a record. I think that's a record, some kind of record playback. Mine's got a DIN connector on it, so I think you could record this from whatever else has the same type of connector on it. So basically that about sums it up. I actually like the design. It's my favorite design is the silver industrial look that the Sharps have, but this is more like a little bit, I don't know what you call it, like olive, basically olive green gray, kind of like a almost like a I wouldn't call it camouflage, but you could probably put it somewhere and you might not be able to see it.